This is going to be a video on how to remove the blow-off valves and the top mount intercooler on your 08 to 011 Wrx or Sti. It's basically the same process. And the tools you'll need are a flathead screwdriver, a 6-inch extension, a 3/8 inch ratchet, a 10, a 13, and a little wobble socket if you want, and hose clamp pliers. I'm sorry. I'm using a cordless impact to make things easier, but you can just use the ratchet. So let's begin. So the first thing you want to do is remove this hose clamp right here with the pliers. Remove this line off the blow-off valve, and remove this 13 millimeter up here at the bracket and these two 13 millimeters, and then just take the bracket out. And then you're going to loosen this 10 millimeter, this 10 millimeter, this 10 millimeter, and this 10 millimeter for the intercooler itself. And then you have on the throttle body, you have a flathead in there. You can see that. Let me try to get you a better angle. You're going to loosen that with the flathead, and then be gentle and pry the intercooler off. So I'll show you that process now. Alright, this might be a little shaky because it's on my portable tool cart, but let's get started. We're going to remove the blow-off valve line first. Just get your flathead, get in there, and just pop it off just like that. Now next is going to be the hose clamp. Grab your pliers, stick them in there, and pop that guy a little bit back. There's usually a little tab on these, so if you can get them stuck on the tab, they'll stay open for you. Now you need, grab your 13 mil and buzz off these 13 mils real quick on the bracket itself. And let me get a magnetic tray real quick. And you can pretty much take the bracket out now if you want. Just completely remove it. There's a little click right here. Just take it out just like that. Now grab your 10 mil, switch over from the 13, and buzz off the blow-off valve bolts. You might need an extension for the lower one because it's a little bit in the way. So just real quick. There's that. There's another 13. Now pop these bolts in the tray, and off comes the blow-off valve. Like I said, this is stuck on, so I'm just going to leave this on for this purpose, but if you want, you could take it off. Line the marks back up, and bam, there's that. Now go into need the 10 mil. No, actually these are 13 mil for the actual intercooler itself. So there's 4 total, 2 on each flange. Bam, bam. And this throttle body right here, you're gonna need the flathead again. Just get in there and buzz her off. And you should be completely free right now, so go ahead and yank her on out. Stuck on the throttle body. There it is, just a little leverage. So you want to use force and restraint when taking this throttle body out. Sometimes they stick, so just loosen it up a little more. And you got to be a little aggressive, but not too much to where you'll ruin anything. Just like I was telling, don't do that. And you just lift her on up. Check for oil. No oil in here, so we're good. Now to install this, basically the same steps. A little tip though, on the throttle body intake side, when you put it back on, use, normally people use a little oil on the actual intercooler flange. I like to do a little hairspray, spray it on for lubrication, and then when it dries, it'll create like a sealant and a vacuum in there, so it won't blow boost out of these couplers right here. Now, as you can see, just a little tip, anti-seize, it's your friend. So before putting anything back, pretty much any car, make sure you use little NICs on every bolt to help guide an installation and removal for next time. Also, these bolts in the blow-up valve aren't really meant to take a lot of torque because they're in a plastic housing with a brass sleeve in them. So I just use a small quarter-inch drive ratchet and just barely getting them snug. They don't really, the torque of the bolt doesn't really hold them down. It's the sealing surface between the gasket and the actual plastic is what makes the seal. So just something to be careful with. With the intercooler off, it gives you all sorts of room to work in here. You got your turbo heat shield. You can take your fuel injectors and fuel rails out. All sorts of stuff. Get access to the transmission, starter, motor mount, all sorts of stuff. Slave cylinders. You can replace turbo, downpipe. So knowing this is really, helpful and useful to work on your own car. Alright guys, thanks a lot for watching.